A few weeks ago, Francis Atwoli, the Cotu Secretary General, was captured live on camera, suggesting that President Uhuru Kenyatta prefers Gideon Moi as the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And personally, I totally agreed with Francis Atwoli. Because let's face it, if President Uhuru Kenyatta were to be given the free hand to choose the next president of the Republic of Kenya, then that president will be, his choice number one would be Gideon Moi, then followed by probably Musalia Mudavadi. I agreed with Francis Atwoli, totally. And I also remember during that time asking you guys a very simple question on this platform. That assuming Francis Atwoli is given 4 names to pick from, the name of Raila Odinga, the name of William Ruto, the name of Musalia Mudavadi, and the name of Gideon Moi, who do you think he would choose as his preferred presidential candidate? I read the comments then, and most people agreed that Francis Atwoli would definitely pick Gideon Moi as his number 1 choice, or as his first choice, then Raila Odinga, then Musalia Mudavadi, and lastly, William Samoei Ruto. That was the agreement. But from all indications, Francis Atwoli is like drifting from Raila Odinga in terms of preference. So it's now drifting towards Musalia Mudavadi. And this is something which should worry Raila Odinga and his allies. Francis Atwoli is not your ordinary politician. Francis Atwoli has been holding or hosting several high-level meetings at his residence in Kajiado. And most people know and believe so well that Francis Atwoli is part of the cartels. And because most people believe that Gideon Moi might not be the preferred presidential candidate in 2022, then the guy who was standing the chance was Raila Odinga. And Atwoli is considered to be one of the system or the deep state. But from indications, from the trends I'm reading from Francis Atwoli, is kind of drifting from Raila Odinga. And his preference today is Gideon Moi at number 1, then Musalia Mudavadi at number 2, and then Raila Odinga at number 3. That's the reality. And the other day, on Sunday, Amos Wako hosted Francis Atwoli, Musalia Mudavadi at his home. That meeting is significant politically speaking. And that meeting should actually worry Raila Odinga. Because you all know that Musalia Mudavadi was initially opposed to the Building Bridges Initiative process. But from nowhere, is now one of the key supporters of the Building Bridges Initiative process. But there's an attempt by Francis Atwoli to unite the Luhyas. And he wants to unite the Luhyas to rally behind Musalia Mudavadi. And I'm saying this with the seriousness it deserves. It's good for the Luhya nation to be united. But a strong Luhya nation is not good politics for Raila Odinga. I'm talking of politics now. Because even if the Luhya were to be united around or behind fully Musalia Mudavadi, and then they agree to support Raila Odinga for the presidency, then it's still not good for Raila Odinga. Because of 3 reasons. Number 1, Luhyas have the numbers. So it means any disagreement, someone might leave. Because if the Luhyas will be rallied around Musalia Mudavadi, then the numbers will be there. So if there's a disagreement, then Musalia Mudavadi can then decide to live with them. So Raila Odinga will remain there. That's number 1. Number 2, Francis Atwoli has the ability to mobilize. In fact, he was captured counting the number of members of parliament, ANC members of parliament, he personally supported and made members of parliament. He counted around 4 of them. So which means Francis Atwoli can go further in 2022 to sponsor several other candidates and to mobilize Luhyas the way he was doing in the last election. And that would be bad for Raila Odinga. And number 3, Musalia Mudavadi is acceptable in this country. So which means if Luhyas can rally around Musalia Mudavadi, then they can now go with Musalia Mudavadi to the negotiating table. Because unlike before, where we had the Ford Kenya running, we had ODM running, we had Jubilee, and we had ANC party, all those parties in the larger Western Kenya, or the larger Luhya nation. So if they can be rallied, and the mere fact that Musalia Mudavadi is acceptable, then that would be not good politics for Raila Odinga. I'm just talking of politics. But what is Francis Atwoli's game plan? Because Francis Atwoli is not the guy behind Musalia Mudavadi. What is his game plan? I want to play politics. The first reason, in my view, there could be a possibility that Francis Atwoli wants to unite the Luhya nation. And once the Luhya nation are united, then he can negotiate for Musalia Mudavadi. And then we are going to have presidential candidate Musalia Mudavadi as a presidential candidate, supported by President Uhuru Kenyatta, and then Gideon Moi as the running mate. Then the person who is going to become the prime minister under that formation is the person I still don't know. And I was talking to someone who is knowledgeable around the politics going on. The guy was telling me that the main reason why Musalia Mudavadi was initially opposed to the Building Bridges Initiative process was because of this kind of politics. He wanted to create a niche for himself. He wanted to create his own space around the Building Bridges Initiative process. And the guy went further and told me that there is a team, or there's a group around President Uhuru Kenyatta who believes that Uhuru should not support Ruto, Uhuru should not support Raila, and Gideon Moi cannot become president in 2022. So their choice is actually Musalia Mudavadi. So probably he wants to unite these people because it's a known fact that Francis Atwoli ni mtu wa KANU. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the Luhya unity. There's a say within the political circles that Luhyas cannot unite. I always disagree with that. The only reason why Luhyas have never united is because their leaders have allowed themselves to be divided. Whenever Musalia Mudavadi will announce that he's going to run, that's the moment. Moses Wetangula will declare his presidential bid. And because they are two from a community, nobody is going to take them seriously. So Ruto will penetrate using the Luhya MPs, and Raila Odinga will also take advantage of his support. So probably Francis Atwoli wants to unite the Luhyas once and for all. And once that's achieved, then they can now have a bargaining power, either at the national level, because if the constitution is going to be changed, a Luhya must either be a prime minister or the president of the Republic of Kenya. Number 3, there could be a chance that Francis Atwoli is just keen on supporting Musalia Mudavadi. And it's not going to be the first time he's doing that. During the last election, Francis Atwoli made Musalia Mudavadi the Luhya kingpin. He did that. Because Musalia Mudavadi had been defeated by Yakaranga, made mistakes. Then once he was made the Luhya leader, then he was integrated into NASA. Then there was that fallout where Atwoli swore not to support Musalia Mudavadi again. But I've seen Musalia Mudavadi and Atwoli working together. There was that funeral of that bishop, I think it was in Vihiga, where Francis Atwoli heaped, that was the first time he was heaping praises on Musalia Mudavadi. And again, it's happening. So probably he just wants to propel Musalia Mudavadi. And the main reason for that is that they want Luhya to be at the negotiating table. But Musalia Mudavadi is going to be the face of Luhyas. And lastly, there could be a possibility that whatever we are witnessing happening in Luhya land is actually an assignment by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga to Francis Atwoli. They've tasked Francis Atwoli to deliver to them Musalia Mudavadi. I'm saying so because if you looked at their Sunday meeting where Wako hosted them, who was there? Amos Wako is a key ally of Raila Odinga, a trusted guy around, just like Nyong is trusted around President Uhuru Kenyatta. That's the exact respect Amos Wako commands around President Uhuru Kenyatta. So probably these guys talked to Francis Atwoli. They told Atwoli that, can you go and tongoza? Can you go and seduce Musalia Mudavadi and bring him on board this BBI train? I don't want to rule out that possibility. I don't know what you think. But Francis Atwoli must be having a game plan with the Raila Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, and Gideon Moi. Either he wants Musalia Mudavadi to support Raila Odinga, or he wants Raila Odinga and Gideon Moi to support Musalia Mudavadi, or just the Luhya unity. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on this. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.